non-traditional stuff, at least stuff that I haven't been seeing throughout the rest of the Western European meta. He's been playing like Snapfires and Monkey Kings throughout Dota Pit and this. Now he's on a very meta hero. He's on a Bane. The only thing that concerns me is that oftentimes I've been watching him play these saving supports and also trying to lead his team with a Nightmare, maybe.
We're seeing if he can get it onto Somali. He's got the movement speed, so he'll get the setup. And let's see if Samel gets any backup. I thought he's going to get cookied in straight over the back line. Samel getting low, drop the EMP, but Samel will be the first to fall. ILTW goes down in return. And the long drawn-out fight, Iceland will be able to get off another pulse, pops the Fairy Fire, but he does still die. 2 kills for Nigma Galaxy. See if they'll lose anyone else here. Secret, they are chasing Yapso up into the trees. Gets a hit to Miracle, not enough to take it. Ray Fire Blast is back up. They'll have a Primal Spring available in a second. Yapso's going to line it up straight down onto Mind Control. Nigma Galaxy dancing around incredibly low. And Mind Control, he's still living through this. I mean, Nigma Galaxy, they got the 2 kills. They only lost the 1. And GH is going to try and dance around and play for the bounty rune. He'll be able to do it. Takes it away there from underneath Yapso. And he's probably going to be able to walk this one off. Yapso will have the chance to spring in if he wants to try and chase for the kill. But a lot of action here. I did see, okay, going down to the tower. Yapso is going to keep chasing. He does have the spring if he wants to, but he's going to rest away and things will reset here for the lane. So.
Perfect. Those last 60 seconds changed my mind completely. Nigma's got this under control.
All right.
At least, if nothing else, GH got a ton of gold out of that. He got the first blood, he gets the bounty rune. Yes. He's going to be making good progress to his boots, assuming that this Queen of Pain doesn't die in the bot lane.
I mean, look, so Nigma Galaxy, they did actually get all 4 bounty runes as well. Oh, a quick cut of the tree here. As Yapso, he's still going to try and hunt in for RTW, but GH is in with the TP. Yapso caught behind the tower. He'll go down. Nigma Galaxy take out Yapso. He's back to base. Did try and, of course, TP out. So he's going to be out of the lane for a little bit. He's going to have to take the slow walk back down here.
And now GH got another kill. He's going to have boots and like 60 gold. This is an amazing situation for a Clockwork to be in right now, especially since it's a Queen of Pain carry. This is something that we don't see often. I like how I get thrown to the wolves. I was trying to study. I've not done casting in a while. I'm like, okay, I'm going to study up, Luna. ILTW is always playing Luna. Then he goes on this Queen of Pain. It turns out that his go-to build is one that the panel was actually critical of earlier on, is the Orchid build for the Queen of Pain. Something that has not been seen as frequently, at least on the mid Queen of Pains. Well, I'm curious to see how he'll bring it to efficacy and as a carry. It's great against the Necro if it forces Ice Slice into like some sort of dispel item as opposed to the traditional Locket builds, but it's a change of pace.
We'll see how sort of well of a lane ILTW has down here against the 2 of them. Definitely to mention with the start that GH had, he's really going to be able to do quite a bit in terms of keeping the support tension of Secret focused over towards him. He's getting Yapso and Puppy dealing with him over to the side. Mid lane so far, 9 for 1, a Miracle against the 5 for 2 Samel. Samel's got that creep wave coming into the tower, so pretty even there on the mid. And we will see, what Miracle's able to do this game from the mid Doom and how farmed he can stay. Bottom. It's going to be hard to go onto RTW, holding onto a skill point, of course, just in case a blink is necessary. The Secret do start to make the move on it.
I'm super curious that they're intent on maintaining this tri-lane for a while, because ILTW, he's sitting on a skill point right now.
Yeah.
If he needs Blink, he'll skill it up. Otherwise, if he gets a kill opportunity, then he'll go for a Scream. I don't feel like they would have enough chain stun between Cookie Boundless and the Wraithfire Blast to keep a Queen of Pain under control for long enough. But I guess also if Yapsor goes top, there's not that much that a Monkey King and a Necro could do, so this is their best alternative.
Yeah. They're going to try and make a move on to GH. Not quite under the tower. That's the first few stuns done, though. The Cogs will push back the 2 of them, and the Fairy Fire's available, so GH, he'll be fine as he's able to step away from this. Secret, they don't get the kill, and of course, whilst this is happening, because Ice is on his own top, he's struggling. Gets taken down by Mind Control. I mean, this sort of trial and the Secret continue to try and force. It doesn't feel like he's really done that much so far.
Yet. Nope, Fairy Fire and Blink out. And they weren't able to get the kill on GH, who is now going to kill himself under the mid-tier 2, because he had the boots so early on. And now he has Tranquil Boots at 3.5 minutes. So your chances of killing the Quap are slim. You almost got her. You forced her to skill Blink. I guess that's a small victory. But she's going to drop a salve. Clockwork's going to pick it up, bring it to her. And yet, the Monkey King is still hopping around.
Yep, so.
Can he cancel it?
He is going to take that self out of the hands of RLTW. Still keeping himself down there. We saw top now. ISO starts getting completely held away from the wave. So Mind Control's just getting free farm. And you can see on the denies as well, taking away a huge amount of XP from ISO up top. So it's going to be a very slow start for the Necrophos. ISO level 3 at the moment. Mind Control's already halfway through the 4.
Yeah, and I'm curious if anyone's going to... Oh, LTW. Again, he's always going to be able to blink out of trouble. And they're still maintaining... I guess at this point it's a sunk cost fallacy kind of thing, because with Ice having died, there's no way that he's going to be able to contribute into any kills. You can't rotate on mid, really, because Miracle, he's pretty much unkillable at this point with just a Monkey King rotation. So they're just going to continue fishing.
Yeah, I can say, and just continue to make sure that Niche is able to farm down here without any threat from Nigma Galaxy. And saying that, they might be able to threaten him. Nonetheless, he's in the cogs. GH is in with a battery assault. And Nisha, he'll go to get the deny. Puppy at least able to take that away from them. Still Nisha out of the lane for 15 seconds. And an error with the tri lane. And they can't quite keep their carry in the lane. They're trying for a kill on GH with the spring in. They will get him. So Secret finally able to get some blood in on their hands as they jump the clockwork.
Yeah, they finally net a kill. Unfortunately, Wraithking dies shortly before he was able to complete his Helm of Iron well, so instead he's just like, screw it, I'll finish up the entire wand and go back right into the meat grinder.
You love me.
Meanwhile, elsewhere, seems like Ice is still just duking it out with Kuro.
He's not having a fun time, Ice. He's definitely sort of, he got the short straw here out of the lane. Yeah, not a fun time for Ice up top. I mean, again, not just the farm, but the XP as well. You know, GH has more XP than Ice does on the solo lane. Bottom lane, sorry, top lane is what they're going to go on to Ice, and I think they should be able to run him down. They can take it. Brainstab comes in, same time over on the mid lane. The Doom's been dropped down onto Samael. GH helping out as they'll take him out. GH will die, but of course not before Samael goes down. They're making some quick moves here, Nigma Galaxy, and I think without a doubt, this first 6 minutes, it's some of the best stuff we've seen from this Nigma Galaxy lineup this season.
By far, and the thing that satisfies me the most is that it's team coordination, because I think that has been the biggest shortcoming out of all the games that I've watched just thus far, is that individually they all look very strong, but whenever you put like 2 or 3 of the Nigma heroes together, they don't look as clean as I would expect from their standard of play. And so the fact that their laning has been so rock solid thus far encourages me quite a bit, because this is also Doom getting ahead, and he's going to stay ahead. This Mind Control Kunkka is not going to be able to die very easily. It's a tanky team that if they get ahead, they should be able to easily stay ahead.
I mean, what is the game plan for Ice? I mean, whatever happens in this game, you've got to remember, like, sort of a snapshot of this moment. You know, Ice is level 3 at 7 minutes, and he's about to hit the level 4. But if he's able to sort of get to a point where we see him being some sort of beast this game, the recovery, it's going to have to be amazing. He's been left so far behind because of the lane setup.
Partially, the consolation, as well, LTW is always just toying with death but never quite dies, is that as a Necrophos, it's never really your responsibility to initiate. Kuro might be in some trouble, though.
Okay, Miracle, not going to try and lead in with the Who Stomp there. Secret will try and look towards Kuro. Ice also looking over for a bit of action. See if they can chase down the Bane. They will have Primal Spring up in a second, so Yapso can look for the slow if he can quite close the gap, but looks like they can't. There's going to be a bit of time there wasted for Samael trying to head up and join in on the action. So bottom lane, movement coming into play, but Mind Control not quite getting the combo off onto Nisha. Top lane, Kuro tries for the setup onto Ice, but with the brain sap, not enough to keep him alive. So finally some glory going into the way of Ice. Bottom lane, of course, with the missed combo, Nisha was able to walk back to safety. Miracle, 7 seconds. Doom is going to be up once more. Secret, we'll see if they get caught out by another setup from the Doom. I mean, GH is trying to close the gap onto Puppy. Of course, down by the tier 2s. Pretty deep dive. TP has come in from Samael, ready to turn. Tornado EMP out onto GH. So GH can live a little bit more. He can, because Miracle up on the high ground. Secret, they don't want to run into that. They know that the Doom is ready to be dropped.
Yeah, Miracle was not interested in using it on the Snapfire, even if she did get close into the range. So Samael, had he gone up that high ground, would have been devastating. But Miracle's still going to continue trying to hunt for somebody worth killing. The only thing is that now Sumail has nowhere left to go because he knows that you TP down to bot tier 2, you're going to have to go back to the mid lane. And Sumail is just delicately staying out of vision because if he gets nightmared, he knows that Miracle's immediately going to converge on him. And in fact, Puppey comes into the mid lane just to preemptively counter anything.
Top lane. Yep, so has got eyes on ILTW. The two can burst in. Was the setup here, but again with the blink, just a little too slippery for these two heroes to deal with, at least until Ice has hit the 6 and has the lockdown of the Reaper's Scythe.
Yeah, and GH replenishes ILTW, and he's got Sonic Wave if he wants to try to make a move. Ice is kind of dangerously low, and he doesn't have like a wand or anything.
He's looking pretty dead here.
They're not even going to bother Sonic Waving. He's curtains. Yeah, I don't know what the plan is for him.
It's a rough life for the Necrophos. This is, as I said, this is not going to be fun for Ice.
For what it's worth, though, as much as ILTW is staying alive, he's not necessarily farming. He's just barely ahead in net worth compared to the Necrophos. But the thing is that I feel like a Queen of Pain should be able to easily pick up some kills with the Sonic Wave. Necro's path back into the game is not quite as straightforward.
It's not an easy hero to recover on. You know, this is a hero that can very quickly start chain feeding if you're not able to get to that first item of sustainability, tankability online. To bottom from Mind Control, a bit of a poke onto Nisha. Meanwhile, in the jungle of Secret, Kuroki will be dealt with. These kills are very important for Ice, getting him towards that 6. Maybe then, you know, once they have that site, they can look to smoke up, set up for a big kill, maybe try and catch out ILTW.
As far as Miracle's not up here also, he has an Invis Rune bottled, but he doesn't have a TP scroll on him, so he's just going to have to take the long journey to the top lane, because with Kuro dying up there, it's drawing a lot of focus, but it's not really opening anything up for Nigma Galaxy in the meanwhile. Mind Control's duking it out with Nisha in the bot lane, but still, you want to get a kill with this Doom right now.
He's got his eyes on mid. Miracle Sumail stepping up. Sumail's got to be, if he comes down once more into range of that Doom, he'll be in trouble.
GH is close to 6, but I don't think he's going to get it off this wave. Otherwise, if he could get a hook shot, he's faking. He's pumping.
Right on the edge of, if he steps like an inch closer, Miracle will go. But Sumail is the game sense kicking in.
Has this dude played the guitar yet? His Invis is about to time out, so, I mean, okay.
And what a time for Sumail to step up. Steps up at the moment, the instant TP reaction coming in. I mean, Sumail is very, very dead. Maybe they can get the deny. They can. Puppey, he is able to find it. Turns with the kisses. And with that in play, he'll get the kill. Puppey there turning around the action in mid. The Secret, they're going to look to try and turn it into more. Jump over towards Mind Control. Great Fire Blast is there, but not enough damage to follow up that lockdown to get anything more. Secret for the Nightmare, but a little too close to tier 1 tower. Nigma Galaxy won't be able to strike back. The mass TP's coming in, and Puppey with some quick shots to the Shredder gets the deny and turns things around, getting a big kill onto Miracle's Doom.
And it could have been even worse, as now Ice has kind of gotten some of his HP back. If he can get a Scythe kill on Kunkka.
They've caught Mind Control in the river.
He doesn't have the mana for the Scythe.
And it doesn't look like it's going to be needed. Or maybe? No, okay. Surely they've got him. An attempted hookshot comes in from GH to stop the final right clicks. But the damage has been done. Mind Control goes down. Secret with a good strike back around the mid lane.
This is going to be a continuously fun game to watch because I don't think really the only hero that cares about farming, I'm assuming, is going to be this carry Queen of Pain. But otherwise, everyone's ready to rumble all the time. Necro would have gotten closer to the initial engagement, but yeah, so no mana for the scythe. Kunkka's able to live for a little bit longer. Only issue is that he would have gone for the start of that fight. It's just that he would have gotten cleaved by Kunkka because he's so far behind on this Necro right now. So even these typical opportunities for Necro to come back aren't as straightforward for this Ice Necro.
Let's see here again, the start of that move. And what was it? A very nice show from Puppey. He already got denied down bottom earlier. Now he gets an even bigger one mid, taking away that opportunity for Miracle to claim a kill on Sumail with his Doom.
Yeah, the Scorched Earth woke up Puppey from that nightmare. Otherwise, Kuro had the right idea. And yeah, you see Necro has to walk away right now because he's like, if Kunkka turns around, I'm going to get cleaved in the face.
Back in play, Kuro now has the 6, same for GH. They've got their ults on the supports. Definitely going to be a bit more cautious about fighting around Ice. Even though he had a slow start, that level 6, He gets a big kill on a core, he'll be bumped right up. And, you know, as we said, is also ILTW having to make that recovery. Didn't have the fastest of starts. Bottom lane,
there we go.
A scythe opportunity arises for Ice. He takes it. They can keep the pressure on down bottom. Secret try and push away at the tier 1 tower. Yapstor's on duty top, trying to hold back the aggression from ILTW. TPs are going to come in. Mind control on his own for now, though, and Secret, they know that. They're going to dive straight in for mind control. But the backup's coming in, but Mind Control already taking heavy damage from the kisses. He's doing his best to juke around the tree line. Nisha will be able to find him. Sonic Wave from RTW comes across onto Ice and onto Nisha. And they'll bring both the two of them down. Puppy's still poking from the side. He's got to be cautious. If ILTW is able to close the gap on this, they might be able to get something else there. Nigma Galaxy Yapsor with the setup from the trees. Boundless down onto Kuroki, but he's out of range of the EMP. Miracle has the Doom back up. He'll drop it down onto Sumail, but nothing else to hold Sumail in position, so this Doom won't grant them a kill.
Find the monkey. You did not find the monkey. Yeah, ILTW was kind of kept busy with Yapsor's Wukong's command. Otherwise, I think the idea was I doom the Invoker. Every single time I see him, Queen of Pain's going to join me, and we should be able to get a quick and dirty kill on Sumail, but interference by Yapsor prevents that, and now ILTW will be in trouble.
Very scary around this area. They know that Secret's come down in full force. The question is if Nigma Galaxy want to try and take the fight. They're smoked up. They do have Hookshot on GH to initiate. Reincarnation is up and ready for Nisha, though. They'll have to deal with the Wraith King twice if they want to go in on this. Further TP's coming back into the bottom lane, but the tier 1's gone. GH is going to whip the Hookshot. Doesn't catch anyone, but with the construct down, he's managed to block Nisha off for the rest of the team. Zenith's still there, though, for the MP to come down amongst the three of them. The ult comes out from Mind Control, but not going to land upon anyone at all. Secret, they're still happy to punch back in, and Nigma Galaxy know that with a lot of their sort of opening executed and nothing else to follow, they've got to back off. Kuro gets left behind. Nigma Galaxy cannot find the fight they hoped for around that tier 1 defense.
I'm super surprised that they opted to challenge that even after the hookshot was missed. I can understand, like, if you manage to land the hookshot, then try to cause some confusion, get a kill. But Sonic Wave was down, Doom was down, Fiend's Grip was down, and you're fighting against a team that does not really have cooldown dependency. Yeah. At most, it's Snapfire's Kisses, but Wukong's command doesn't matter. It's a 4-position Monkey King. If Invoker is up and he's able to cast spells because he's not doomed, I don't think you're going to win that fight unless you have your ultimates on Radiant.
Yeah, they're the only two they have there being the hook shot and the boat, and neither of them hitting a target, unfortunately for Nigma Galaxy. As Secret, they may have started to slip behind in the laning stage, but it's never been more than sort of a 3k lead. You know, Secret's starting to calm down. You know, that early sort of advantage that Nigma Galaxy got from the start off. Nigma Galaxy still have their top 2 cores up there. The recovery continues for RTW, and as time passes, Nisha is definitely going to be the scary of the 2 position ones. The Armlet Deso very close to being done. If RTW comes in with a blink off mark, that right click of the Wraith King will tear him apart.
Yeah, and they have plenty of chainstone, you know, assuming that the Monkey King stays alive, but Boundless, Cookie, and whatever else an Invoker can toss in on top of that, plus the Reaper Scythe, which during that entire bottom fight, Ice was just stacking his jungle and farming it incessantly, so he was spending his time constructively, and again, he's keeping pace with the carry Queen of Pain.
Yeah. Considering the start he got in comparison to the lane that ILTW had to deal with, it's definitely very impressive from Ice. He's starting to really close that gap. I'll get back on with the pressure mid. Miracle.
He's got
ready.
He's got BKB.
Now TPing in, and they've got the headshots from Yapsor to set things up. Boundless into the EMP.
Nice Nightmare. He keeps all of his mana.
See if he wants to try and turn Miracle. He's going to hold back on the BKB usage. Does get critted hard off the back of that stun.
Yeah, Sumail has a 4/4/4 right now, so that Alacrity actually has a lot of bonus damage on it, and pretty strong crit.
He's going to go for the tower push mid, but Nigma Galaxy, they want to hold. Hook shot again, not finding a target. They do manage to find the Monkey King, though. Cut the tree down. That's one. See if they can turn this into anything else.
Nisha's slowed with his dagger.
See, they can get in. GH not going to be able to get the pick up, but he's on the clip.
Okay.
He's out for the
They
TP
know
though,
he's
and they've got nowhere to stop him. No vision up there either, so up on the cliff doesn't matter. Gets out because of it. Meanwhile, over by the triangle, Miracles charged in with the BKB, slams down the Doom onto Ice. This time there won't be any deny from Puppey, because Puppey also falls to ILTW Kuro Mind Control. BKB out from Mind Control. They want to finish off Nisha the twice. Get him the once. What sort of backup as Didiab? He does have Sumail on the high ground. Can Sumail keep him safe? The grip is out. Great tornado to cancel the grip, but RTW jumps in the high ground with the scream. Nisha trying to stand his ground, toggling with the armlet. With the brace out from Kuro, brings his life to an end. Yapsol's going to get him with a power spring. Renovate us on RTW, but there's no further damage. Kuro even offering up the Nightmare to make sure that RTW stays safe. Everybody on Secret ends up going down.
Little bit of a chain feed. That was a really strong dual BKB timing. Like I had mentioned, Doom picked up his BKB earlier, and Mind Control getting his meant that that fight was an uphill battle from the start. Nisha was able to crit down GH's Clockwork, but that's a worthy sacrifice for all the other stuff they're able to get. Clutch Sonic Wave, blink into the Scream, and then keep Sumail in place.
Yeah, Sumail tried his best there to help him out with the tornado. And even though he takes that grip off catching Kuroki, there's no fight to be had there for Secret. Back in action, looks like Puppey goes down another time. This will give more than enough space for Nigma Galaxy to claim the Tier 1 mid. 6k lead now for Nigma Galaxy. At 20 minutes in, they're holding strong.
GH used the hook to kill Puppey in that mid lane earlier, otherwise that could have been another kill on Nisha potentially, but they are starting to take control. Again, it was a very strong dual BKB timing, but they're converting on it very well. They've completely boxed out Secret from this triangle area. They are looking to siege mid-tier 2 perhaps, but again, I think they need to be very cognizant of their ult timing. So another 30 seconds on Doom, although Miracle does have a blink, which may give them a little bit more leverage into invading the Dire jungle.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Also, earlier Ice was contemplating finishing off a whole Yule's 1 second till hook. Does GH not trust himself anymore?
See if he throws it out there.
I think also they don't have any disables if he starts TPing.
They're going to find him. They've got the silence, they've certainly have the damage. And now they can keep up with the push in and finish off this Tier 1 top. So continue to make good progress on the early objectives, Nigma Galaxy. And Miracle, of course, staying very far ahead of anyone else in the game when it comes to farm. Well on the way to... going to go for the Shiva's Guard next. I mean, that's going to be huge. We're already seeing Armlet Deso, Nisha, he hits hard. Miracle's able to get him with the BKB, the Shiva's Guard. It's not going to be easy for Nisha to necessarily turn and tear him down.
Doom on the Invoker. And he's got a DT. Can he take him down in time?
He tries.
So close.
He does. Puppey tries to take it away from Miracle, but he won't be able to do so. In fact, Miracle's going to be ready to chase down for more. They get the gap closed onto Puppey. They'll look now towards Nisha as well. Puppey's down. Nisha, that's the first life gone. TP's coming in the tree, but Miracle, he knows to check it out. In fact, he's ready to blink back in. He wants to slam down Nisha. Nisha tries to toggle his way into some sort of turnaround. The Sonic Wave from RTW gives him no chance to do so. They burst out Nisha. Yapso staying hidden in the trees. Ice also around, and with the Reaper's Scythe, ILTW does not want to mess around with those two. They get out. More big kills for Nigma Galaxy, 21-13. Their lead continues to grow.
Yo, let's go, Nigma. Honestly, if you hit all the names from the way that I've been watching these two teams be playing, I would have been like, oh yeah, Dire's definitely Nigma Galaxy. But uncharacteristically sloppy from Secret. Every single time one of their heroes are dying, they keep sending in the reinforcements. But I guess at best your reinforcement would be if Necro leads. But again, like, Necro did not have the best start. He's still the least farmed of the cores, and all of the cores have been eclipsed by the Nigma Galaxy cores. And Miracle's just always on the prowl.
Puppey, he's got the glimmer. And looks like they won't actually be prepared to chase him down there. Didn't have the detection to do so. Detection was on Kuro, and Yapso and Nisha will find him elsewhere. Kiss has come out from Puppey, but not many true connections whatsoever. Nigma Galaxy will walk it off, just the loss of Kuro off the back of that attempted secret jungle invasion.
Yeah, he was just fishing. Didn't even have Doom yet, so he's just trying to cause a reaction. He gets it. He gets the kisses out.
Under attack.
And eyes on Nisha, but Nisha, as soon as he senses trouble, he's back under the tier 2. They'll still get the X mark set up. TP's coming in. It's 30 seconds until Reincarnation is back up. Nisha, he's in a lot of trouble here unless he can toggle his way out. Glimmer comes into play from Puppey. And it looks like that will be enough to keep him safe. He's behind the tower. Yapsor found by ILTW. He won't manage to run. So get Nisha out, but still a loss on Secret side.
Yeah, they are maintaining an iron grip on this jungle right now. At a certain point, I imagine they'll angle for Roche, but it needs to be more than just 1 or 2 pickoffs here and there. And they're always cycling around the Doom. They're playing so well around these Doom timings that it's off cooldown again. And Hookshot is up in another 20 seconds. They just keep migrating as 4 heroes. North to south, south to north.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
It's getting harder and harder for them to secure safe spaces for Nisha. As they've got their eyes on him, dragged back, and what should be at least a first takedown of the Wraith King. Can they turn it into a second? Already on the side. Yep, so he's up on the cliff, but so is RFTW. He's happy to wall him off the cliff there with a Sonic Wave. Jump in from Miracle over towards Nisha. Nisha will fall. Zamail's been caught out by GX on the back of it. He'll turn, drop the Meteor. Miracle, he wants to dive in here with the BKB. Torrent catches Zamail on his attempted escape. 3 more going down on Secret. Puppey, quick jump up for the cookie. That's for RFTW, but Miracle, he's just going to go in the base. The ult's back up, drops it down onto Ice. Dagger in as well. Puppey, can you get the deny? Well, easy. We'll manage to get that at least. But again, it's just a whole series of events where Secret, they're trying to scramble to regain control of this game, and they're still yet to be able to do it. They're losing out on these opportunities. A Miracle on the Doom, he's getting further and further ahead. Few hundred gold, he'll have the Shiva's Guard for the next move he makes.
I feel like Puppey has probably killed his teammates more than he's helped killing the enemy team. This is...
Let's hope only in game. I mean, frustrations may be real for him here. It's a slow start for Secret this game.
Poor Nisha, man. Like, I think at a certain point he may want to just farm in the Radiant jungle, because it's way safer for him there at this point, because there is no control whatsoever over any of these neutrals. He's farming Ancients. Miracle's prowling yet again. They can breathe on each other.
RTW stepping up. I mean, he's not feeling too scared at all now, RTW. Got eyes on Yapsor. He's come up for a bit of the warning mission, and it's not going to pay off. Yapsor goes down. Miracle is running in. GX just closed him off. The cogs are down. Nisha's able to get to the side, but the X-Mark drags him back into the boat. Reincarnation's still on cooldown. Nisha's out for 50. See if they can run down Ice as well. They're in with the dagger, the Orchid Silence from RTW. They bring down the Necrophos once more. Puppey tries to TP out for the X. It's there from Mind Control, bringing back Puppey into the clutches of Miracle and RTW, as Puppey will also lose his life. The kill streak continuing here for Miracle. 11k lead now for Nigma Galaxy. Secret, they really are losing control completely of this one.
Yeah, this is devastating. And they have no simple way back into the game, because normally it's like, okay, big team fight. But they have no real initiator. Like, Wraith King doesn't have a dagger. Monkey King's a support. Necrophos is not like a jumping stunner offlaner like most of them are. And so your chances of getting a pickoff are really difficult. At most, you just have to wait for Nigma Galaxy to get overconfident with like the Queen of Pain. But I don't even think they have enough burst damage. I feel like even a Reaper's Scythe, you would need to whittle them down so far to get them to a point where Reaper's Scythe will kill them.
Yeah, they're going to be tanky.
Now Kanka has an AC as well, so the physical damage from that Wraith King isn't even that bursty. But it's all good. Nisha has 4 Divine Rapiers queued up.
I like it. I'd love to see it. I hope we do. It may be the way to deal with this. A team, 27 minutes in, having the AC and the Shivas online. Not fun, no fun at all really for a Wraith King that wants to go around smashing people with an armlet and a Deso.
Surprised that Nigma Galaxy haven't taken Roche yet. They don't really have the fastest Roche taking capabilities, although now that the AC's been completed on Kanka, I think they could, because they're kind of leaving a little window of opportunity that a Wraith King with this team can take Roche fairly quickly, and leaving it on the table is a little stressful, but I think that with the 12k net worth lead, they're not really too rushed. Okay, they thought it might be happening. It's almost like they forgot. They're like, oh wait, shit. We took all the towers. We took over the jungle. What are we missing? Did Miracle just pick up 5 bounty rooms?
Wait, well, hang on.
Has this dude not been on his side of the jungle?
That's a lot of money. Alright, it's not just the bounty rings, it's going to be the kills as well by the looks of it, with Nigma Galaxy catching out Ice. This is coming in on GH. Ice is actually going to come in with a buyback. RTW is going to jump towards the back lines. Miracle, he's in as well. Straight on top of Samel. Back in the X-Mark combo. Samel's trying to run, but he cannot escape this doom. Samel's out of the game. They've brought out ILTW secret. What more can they find? Into the trees, hunting down Miracle. Mind Control has been isolated. But another Torrent dancing around, turns for the Tidebringer hit, but he'll also lose his life. Ice going straight back in with the buyback and being able to empower his team in a way to turn things around, get 2 big kills as they will end the lives of ILTW and Mind Control.
Yeah, I think ILTW may have been feeling himself a little too much. He's the only one of his cores that does not have a BKB yet, and yet he was kind of going face first.
He went straight in.
He went straight in, and he got punished for it heavily because he got scythe killed, which means that he's out of the game for a substantial period of time.
Yeah, we'll see the jump here again.
Like, Miracle's still reveling in all the bounty runes he picked up. He's vibing out next to the Roche pit, and Queen of Pain's like, it's cool, I got this, guys. Blinks into 3, pops the Lincolns, gets tornadoed, and then with these crits, you can bring him down to half HP, and then the scythe takes him down 100 seconds.
I mean, it was incredibly aggressive, especially seeing as the option, this sort of decision to blink in came moments after you see the Necrophos buyback, and I mean, he felt confident. But that confidence not paying off whatsoever as that buyback from Ice, as we saw, he very much had in mind who he was going to drop that side for, and he gets that easy opportunity because of that aggressive blink from ILTW.
And meanwhile, Miracle doomed Puppey, and he gets the kill, but I don't really know if that 5 position is worth spending Doom at this point when, again, like, Roche has not been taken. And Rod?
That's got BKB up, Miracle, so should be able to step out if he feels too threatened, and as we're seeing here, takes very little damage right now from the Rage King. Dagger out onto Nisha. GH has the hook shot at the ready. He's going to be able to catch Ice. If they could get rid of Ice, be quite the kill, of course. Ice buying back in the last fight. Drag back from the X-Mark. Ice. He's going to fall. 75 seconds. RTW ready to redeem himself now. Jumping in towards Nisha. I say that though, he's jumping into his maybe death. The Nigma comes out, but it's not going to save him. He's not redeeming anything at all. As it's RTW dead again on the front lines. Maybe Nigma Galaxy can still make this work though. Rip for the high ground, Croaky down on Nisha. Nisha will fall. Yapso also to go down. They may have lost the quad, but the fight, it's still theirs, Nigma Galaxy. X-Mark set up from Mind Control onto Puppey. They'll take out a 4. Only Samel, well, maybe even not able to get out of it. They're diving in, they've closed the gap. Hookshot's back in play. Samel has got any way out of this. The Colts will push him up to the high ground, but Miracle's in, slams him out. It's going to be a team wipe. ILTW sacrificing himself there for the team, and it pays off massively.
All right, take back everything I said about Kuro's questionable positioning. Yo, a full duration Fiend's Grip. Yeah, he's got Ether Lens, he's got Keen Optic, but still, that is not easy to pull off against this secret comp. But I guess Invoker didn't have Cold Snap, and Boundless was definitely on cooldown, and so they had nothing to stop and free this Wraith King after he respawned. What a brutal way to come back to life. And yeah, ILTW does go down, but he... Okay, never mind.
He led the way. He kept the fight going. He said, guys, we're going for this.
Goodbye. Redeemed a trip to the fountain, but yeah, it opened up more than enough time for the rest of his team. I can't believe he gets the full duration Fiend's Grip off.
And just nothing to stop him. And they're trying to scramble their way over towards him, but no one can close him with any sort of stun available. Nigma Galaxy able to bump themselves back to the impressive lead that they were holding before. Still 16k advantage. They've now managed to pick up that Aegis. So now, next fight, ILTW, he can absolutely get away with just jumping straight in. The smiles are there from ILTW.
That may be the first time they've smiled in like 15 games, honestly.
But that could absolutely be sort of the catalyst to maybe seeing the Nigma Galaxy that the fans have been waiting for.
Yes, sir. I see glimpses of greatness. Yeah, ILTW, he definitely needed that Aegis because he's still quite a long ways away from his BKB. For all the activity that he's been getting into, he hasn't been doing much farming, and he keeps dying first in fights, so he's not really getting any of the kill bounties as well. So I imagine that they're going to just chill out for a little while with this Aegis until ILTW does come.
Oh, bottom lane, Miracle.
You love me.
He's found himself Yapsor, and
he's wiggling.
Nothing more than Yapsor.
He's wiggling.
Bye-bye. Good night. That's Miracle. Very close to being double the net worth of anyone on Secret side. He's rather farmed here 33 minutes in. Octarine done, securing himself up the overwhelming blink and the boost for travel. He's nearly level 25. Not having a bad time at all this game on the mid Doom.
Yeah, this is enormous. Octarine, man. Well, that feels real good. 108-second cooldown on the Doom. Meanwhile, poor Ice is like half that net worth. I'm kind of curious what their intention with the Necrophos last pick. Like, were they planning on doing this tri-lane from the start?
I think they must have been.
Yeah, and like, Bane is a good laner. And they find this puppy guy. And so leaving the Necro like hanging out to dry seems a little short-sighted. Because best case scenario, I guess like he doesn't die. But even getting levels is difficult. Getting close to the creep wave is very difficult against a Kunkka Bane. And then if the idea was that we're going to crush our off lane, then like, are you really going to crush a Queen of Pain who can blink away from everything? Yes, Fiend Script.
Looking for some action here potentially. Yep, so it's got the Gleipnir. Soon come to an end. RTW jumping in, but forced away from the EMP.
He's so close to BKB on Queen. They should just wait it out.
Secret into the trees here. Fully aware that Nigma Galaxy around as they were that mid lane. Not worth stepping near to. Miracle hits the 25. I mean, he now, it just seems like, could they ever really go on this Doom? I just don't see this Doom dying right in this state of the game.
You have to ignore him, and you just have to hope that he doesn't follow you around constantly, which, once he gets that overwhelming blink, is going to be a lot easier said than done. The Queen of Pain is still killable, though, as we've seen on multiple occasions, but now that she has the BKB being delivered, and now received... Oh my god, that graph, though. Which, I mean, it's kind of to be expected. This is Doom.
It is a Doom.
It's a Doom.
This is definitely Miracle pushing Doom to its limits.
Yeah. Go even further beyond. And now, Secret are just like, yeah, our jungle is not safe. We'll take your jungle, though. I think these creeps, you know, maybe you have like another 5 bounty runes hanging out. Okay, they only have 2 bounty runes hanging out in the Radiant Triangle. A little disappointing. I can't believe that Nigma Galaxy have gone back to their triangle that many times.
Rockets out, they've got eyes on Ice. Miracle, he's in straight away. There's going to be no saving Ice. If anything, the rest of the Secret's got to try and get out of it. Nisha caught out on the attempted escape by GH with the hook shot. Taking away from RTW's at the ready if he needs it. He has been stunned in the kisses. Forward snap as well. RTW falling low, but holding the BKB still has that Aegis, of course. Mind control, commits him to the BKB over Odisha. Sonic wave over towards Samel, burns him down. Puppy also to fall. They're coming out the buybacks to see what they do. Get the Reaper side down onto Miracle. Wow. He's out for 135 seconds. So one more they can get it. Triple kill from RTW. So he's still fighting fit. BKB pop now. He stands his ground and wants Samel. Jump forward. Another scream. Takes out the Invoker. He's built it up to an ultra kill. He's looking to keep on going. The balance strike comes out for Yapso over towards RTW. He'll hold back for now with the BKB expended and his Aegis gone. Doesn't want to risk himself against these two. They do lose 4 on Nigma Galaxy there, but as we saw, the cost of that fight rather high for Secret, buying back on 2 of their big cores, Ice and Samel in that situation. As they do kick back at Nigma Galaxy, but what can they actually do here? I mean, Samel, of course, dying back. In that series of events. Yeah, it's an expensive maneuver, but again, you have to look at it, them being 20k net worth down, the fact that they can even bring a fight that close, and take down Miracle, who dropped a 1.1k net worth bounty. That's a lot of money.
To Ice. It's pretty juicy. And it comes off the fact that like these BKBs were such an important timing at the early part for Nigma Galaxy. They're starting to whittle down now. And so Secret are more than willing to burn buybacks to take advantage of the fact that like, okay, your spell immunity is done. Now my heroes can start to do stuff. And Miracle looks extremely tanky, but again, like as soon as everyone is able to focus them, you get the Death Seeker plus the Scythe. The tanky, the bigger you are. By the way,
so that always hurts.
Yeah, he's working his way to his own buyback. I mean, sorry, Black King Bar, which will, again, for like every single core here, BKB is incredibly useful. Granted, Nigma Galaxy have more BKB piercing stuff. They'll have the Doom, and they'll have the Fiend's Grip, and they'll have the Hookshot, and they'll have the Sonic Wave. But it's still pretty useful.
see what the next move's going to be from Secret. They'll be on high alert whilst their buybacks are on call now. GH is going to try and force some action. Quick cookie from Puppey will get Nisha off to the side. Nigma Galaxy, they still have eyes on them. The kisses come out, but GH with the hook shot once more. He gets straight in away to put an end to that ultimate. Nisha trying to stand ground with mind control. Yapzor, he found Kuro separated from the rest of Nigma Galaxy. With the Bane gone, Secret might have the numbers to turn this around. A buyback comes out from Puppey. The side drop down off the clockwork. Miracle's dealing with Yapzor off to the side. Sonic Wave from RTW bursts back Puppey and Nisha, but it's not quite enough to kill them. It's silenced in onto right side sides, both coming out as well. Miracle commits in with the BKB, ends side life, Nisha's first life as well. RTW won't fight some out with the Sonic Wave, but he'll still be able to blink in, close the gap. Ruko Samar's dropped down, Doom's been dropped on the Nisha again, Kuro from the side of the fight, locking down Nisha with the Fiend's Grip. Triple kill for RTW, 4 dead on Secret, no buyback. Make that 5, team wipe here, ultra kill for RTW. Secret, they've got no way to enter back into the game for at least a minute minimum on any of their heroes, as this should be a huge opportunity for Nigma Galaxy to at least take a set, probably 2, maybe even the game. They could look to try and end it. Secret, they can't get back into defend.
They have been churning through buybacks left and right on Secret, so at this point I think, yeah, you just go for tier 4s. You've got to, well, Kunkka's dead, otherwise he would have had the AC, but still, you have at the minimum 35 seconds, because Sumail, yeah, wow. I have to say, I have not seen this Nigma Galaxy in a while. Even in their series versus Alliance at Dota Pit, which they did win, it was not this effective. This has been surgical precision from them.
They've got a fortification, but they must realize that there's no buybacks. They've still got the time to close this one up. Deso picked up here. They're looking to speed up the end of this. 5 seconds, Sumail will be back up. He's going to have to do something quite masterful if he wants to defend against this push of the 4 of Nigma Galaxy. We'll see what he's got in on him, Sumail. Miracle, he's ready to stop it straight away. GH in as well with a hook shot. Sumail's not even going to get a chance to throw them off the Ancient, as Nigma Galaxy, they'll look to close this up. Puppey's got nothing to offer. GG is called. Nigma Galaxy will be the ones to take this first game against Secret.
When it really matters, Kuro knows.